Welcome to Joe's Astrology, Oscars 2025 edition, where I go through the Oscars highlights and we take a look at some of the astrology of these actors and actresses. So let's get it started.
Sean Baker, the film's director.
Sean Baker. Sean Baker. Let's see if we can get his horoscope up here. He's a Pisces. Filmmaker, Pisces. No surprise there. They do have it. They have it here on Astro theme. No birth time, of course. He is a Pisces sun and possibly Pisces moon. He has a Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. So far, lots of Neptune there. Saturn in Taurus, lots of money. He has a Saturn-Neptune. He has a Mars in Sagittarius. Mars, Jupiter, and he has Mars, Jupiter, Neptune, Sun, Moon, and Mercury. All in, potentially, if we had the birth time, all in the sign that is ruled by Jupiter. That's 6 planets ruled by Jupiter. And he has a Venus-Saturn trine in Earth. What does that mean? Well, that's a lot of energy towards acting, presenting, performing, and making money off it. And he has a South Node in Leo. South Node in Leo, ruled by the Sun there in Pisces. So let's move on to the next. Let's move on to someone else. What else we have here? Oh, before I do that, he was a winner. Let's see if there's any indication, any transits here. He has a Saturn, potentially a Saturn moon. Saturn North Node. North Node potentially crossing over his moon. So that's like kind of like this North Node energy. Accomplishing something. And that could potentially be right on that moon, transiting that moon. Interesting. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Mikey who? Mikey
Madison won Best Actress.
Mikey Madison. I don't know how to spell that. Mikey Madison. She's an Aries. Birth time, she's an Aries. She's a Aquarius rising. I never seen this movie, nor I never even heard of it. Moon in Cancer, nice. Sun, Jupiter. So we'll just stick with the acting themes here. She has Neptune in the rising, on the rising sign with Aquarius there. She has Sun, Jupiter in Aries. She has a Mercury in Pisces retrograde. So, of course, Jupiter is a ruler of, Jupiter and Neptune are the rulers of Pisces. She has a North Node in Leo. And potentially a moon in the 5th house. And then, of course, we got to add in the money. Saturn. She has a Saturn, Venus in Taurus. And I just showed the other guy from the writer or filmmaker. He had a Saturn, Venus trine in Taurus and Capricorn. She also has Mars in the 9th, the house, the Sagittarius house. And her Venus is aspecting Neptune. Her Sun is an exact sextile to Neptune. So let's move on to this other guy, Kieran Culkin. Let's see what...
Kieran Culkin for...
Kieran Culkin. Kieran Culkin, horoscope, Libra. Well, Libra, that's not typically associated with acting. However, Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus is exalted in Pisces. He has potentially here no birth time, moon in Pisces. So far, all All of these players have Pisces. He has Sun in Libra, Jupiter's in Scorpio, but Jupiter's making a trine to that moon in Pisces. And the Venus is in Virgo. It's making a loose conjunction to that Sun. No birth time, so not as much as the others have, although he does have Neptune in a loose conjunction, or I should say Neptune moving towards the south node. What's interesting, I also have Neptune moving towards the south node. He might have been born the same year as me. Yeah, 82, or close to the same year. He was born 82. And it's interesting about me, a quick side note, I have Neptune moving towards that south node, and as I approach these years, you can see I'm doing very Neptunian things, and Neptune is definitely expressing itself in my life in more ways than one. So let's take a look here at the next. What else do we have here?
I have no idea how I got here. I've just been acting my whole life.
And Zoe Saldana.
He says, I don't know how I got here. I've been acting my whole life. That was definitely a Neptune-like thing to say. You know, living that go with the flow dream world.
And I am the first American
Zoe Saldana.
to accept an Academy Award, and I know
Zoe Saldana. I never heard of this person. She's very prideful. Let's take a look. The prideful Zoe, Gemini. Leo rising. So Leo rising with Venus on the rising there in Leo. If you haven't seen my Venus in Leo, this is Venus in Leo right here. She gets on stage to accept her award. Let's go back here. And takes that moment to be dramatic, cry, and bring up ethnicity. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but that's a Venus and Leo thing right there, for sure. And she has her moon in the 5th, Neptune in the 5th, trining that Venus. South node in Aries, you know, very passionate and into this mission that she potentially has. But let's look at the Jupiter Neptune again. Neptune moon in a sign that's ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is in Cancer where it's exalted in the 12th. The Venus is in the 12th. The Sun is in Gemini, making an opposition to that Neptune. The Sun is also making a sextile to the MC. So we could see there's an opportunity there to really put herself out there and show herself to the world. She has Mars in Virgo with Saturn. There's more of that energy that we saw on stage, that prideful energy, really being on a mission. Saturn is in Leo. And Jupiter is making an exact square to Pluto. So not to get too deep, I'm going to do this. Check it out from my channel. I have all these people on my channel and their charts.
Second-time winner for Best Actor in The Brutalist. The show.
And then this guy,
Adrian Brody.
Only reason I know who this guy is, one of my high school girlfriends dragged me to The Pianist. What? True story. Dragged me to the Pianist in the middle of the city, some unknown theater. She also dragged me to the opera. He is a Virgo rising. Sun in Aries. And let's see, Moon in Virgo. So here we go. We can see this is a little bit different. And first, let's look at this Sun. The Sun is in Aries. It's in the Sagittarius decan, the third decan. It's with Venus, the planet that's exalted in Pisces. So he does have a Sun-Venus conjunction. He has Saturn on the MC. This guy does like more Saturnian films, it looks like. The Pianist would definitely be like a Saturnian film. But he has Neptune in the third house, near the fourth house cusp. That Neptune is not aspecting anything. Oh, it is aspecting that Jupiter in the fifth. He does have Jupiter and Mars in the fifth. Again, that South Node in Cancer. Cancer is exalted. Jupiter's exalted in Cancer. So just a little bit of a different expression. Oh, he does have Mercury in the seventh house in Pisces. So there's some Pisces there. That Mercury is aspecting that Venus Sun. He has Uranus in a trine to the MC. And those two planets in the fifth are in Aquarius. So definitely a different type of actor here. And that's what we see. That's what we see with him. Let's move on here. See what else we got.
Best actor in The Brutalist. The show opened with a tribute to Los Angeles.
Revo, I have her on my channel. You can check that out. Ariana Grande, I have her on the channel.
A tribute to the James Bond franchise. And legendary music producer
James Bond. I think I have the latest James Bond on the channel. He's a Pisces. Let's look him up. Daniel Craig horoscope. He's a Pisces. I knew that. He's a Pisces, and if you haven't seen, he did that film. If you want to see a different Daniel Craig, look at his other films. Layer Cake, some other fantasy film. He has a North Node in the sixth with Moon and Aries. This is where you get the James Bond stuff. Mars, Saturn, conjunction. North Node, Aries, Moon, Aries, all in Aries in the sixth. He has a Sun and looks like could be the fourth or fifth. It's in Pisces. He has Venus on the fourth house cusp in Aquarius. So his Venus there in a prominent place. He has Jupiter in the 10th. It's at 29 degrees in Leo. His MC's in Leo. So lots of Leo there. His rising is in Scorpio. His Neptune is in the first house. His Neptune is aspecting Jupiter. You see this Jupiter-Neptune aspect a lot with these people. The Neptune is also making an aspect to the Moon. The Moon's making an aspect to Jupiter. Very much we see acting in the life, for sure, for Daniel Craig.
Jones.
Is that Queen Latifah? Queen Latifah, still doing it. Queen Latifah. Pisces. Pisces. Of course she's a Pisces. Got that larger than life look. Taurus rising. She's got that rough experience, different rough films, etc. Being a rapper, Mars, Saturn, and Taurus. Sun in Pisces, Mercury in Pisces, North Node in Pisces. Distant Venus Sun conjunction with Venus in Aries. Neptune in the 7th. Jupiter there near the 7th house cusp. That Neptune is making a trine to the Venus, a trine to the Sun. Jupiter is in aspect to the Sun and Venus and trining the North Node. So lots of Pisces stuff there. And of course, Moon in the 4th in Leo. Moon in the 4th in Leo. Conan O'Brien. I wonder if I did him. I think I did him. Conan O'Brien. If I haven't, I'll probably go over these. I'll probably do them sooner than later. Aries. He does he's the comedian, Aries, that challenges people. He even calls out It was definitely scripted, but he calls out Adam Sandler. He has a Jupiter-Venus conjunction in Aries and Pisces. Venus is in Pisces. North Node in Cancer. Again, exalted. Jupiter's exalted there. His Neptune is in the 3rd house. Why do I say Neptune in the 3rd house? Well, because Neptune's on the mind, essentially. The acting is on the mind. Take a look at that. Neptune is making a square to that Mars and Leo. So we have Mars and Leo. The North Node is moving away from that Mars and Leo. So really, again, we're looking at Leo. We're looking at Neptune, Pisces. That Neptune is making a trine to that Venus in Pisces. The moon's in Aquarius with Saturn, but it's making a square to Neptune. So we can see some of the rougher energies with these, like the Mars-Saturn involved, where they talk about different things. They have more of a rough, maybe a rough exterior, or some certain things, controversies happen in the life. But they still get it done. They still maintain they're true to themselves, we should say. And that's it. That's all for these highlights. Thanks for watching.